We're here today at the Bow residence installing a nitrous bottle heater on the 240.
Alright, so I'm going to go over what parts come with the kit. So Matt, you want to just introduce parts onto the table?
So what this is these are your lemons.
So this is a 30 amp inline fuse. This is what you're going to need to basically fuse the bottle warmer.
This is always baked, never fried.
This is the actual bottle warmer itself. This is what goes around the nitrous bottle. These are basically the switches. So this is the one that comes with the kit. We're not using it. And this is the one that I'll be using for my car. This is a pronitrous.com
box
that
houses something.
That is not how that works. This is it comes with a pressure gauge, but we don't need this either.
Fucking
And then inside this bag we have a relay. This is a pressure sensor switch, which basically measures the pressure of the nitrous bottle and will turn off it turns off the heater. And then this is a fitting for said switch. So you hook this up to your nitrous bottle.
But Marty, what tools are you gonna need?
Like so. So the tools, that's a good question.
I actually don't know what tools.
I don't know what tools
I actually don't know what tools you need for this at all. Need elbow grease and muffler bearing fluid.
And you're gonna basically need basic electrical tools. So crimpers, crumps, wires. So here we have a picture of the wiring diagram for the Pro Nitrous bottle heater. On the top left, there's some critical safety information regarding the use of the heater. On the top right, I've included a layout of the standard automotive relay as far as where the numbers and the pins go. And in the middle, you can see the basic relay for wiring this up. I wanted to point out that Pro Nitrous recommends you put the pressure sensor switch between ground and the heater itself. That way it opens the circuit whenever we reach peak pressure. Alright, the first thing we want to do is install our switch to where we want. So in this case, we want the switch right here. This is my nitrous arming switch, and I want to have my bottle heater switch right here for extra swag points. So let's go ahead and take the panel off. Just by... Okay, so figure out where you want to drill the hole and where you want the switch to be. And remember the time-old engineering saying, drill twice, measure once. Is that how that works? That's how that goes, right? So I just got the switches installed, and I'm feeling a little bit lonely here, so I'm about to do something a bit fun. Ooh. So this is my switch setup. As you can see, basically what I figured was, since all of these need to be grounded, it would be easier for me to get some copper wire and just short them all. And since this is a 12 volt switched input, I decided to short this all too. So I'm going to throw it on the car and basically check if it works. I don't think I have enough switches, so I'll probably have to get some more later and add some more in. But yeah, let's see if this works. And these switches should light on when I flip them up. Cool. Cool. Sick. Alright, so now let me close these. I'm going to check if nitrous solenoid works. So you should be able to hear a click from the engine bay. It does. Sick. Alright, so now we wire this wire to the battery and it should be done. So we're going to break off into groups, and what we're going to do is I'm going to be taking care of all the plumbing in the back.
And I'm going to be wiring the bottle warmer all
You're gonna talk. You're gonna talk about
it. Those clocks are game, bro.
Hell yeah!
I'm with
right?
you.
You know what you need to say, right? we're gonna
You're
run
running
take care of all the wiring in the trunk.
We're gonna take care of the plumbing. And
I'm gonna take care of the plumb. Okay. Come on! Stop testing your rollover.
Actually, we need to like take this phone. It's kind of.
Let's go. Come on. Okay. So now we're gonna break up into groups, and I'm gonna take care of all the wiring, plumbing in the back.
Alright, so since neither of these guys can speak, I'm going to do the talking. What's going to happen is we're kind of splitting up because the lighting is going away and we want to get as much work as we can completed before the sun goes down. So Adam is going to take care of the plumbing in the trunk and Matt is going to take care of the wiring from the front.
This looks super sketchy because it's red on black, so it just looks like super janky. It's also going through like a really tiny hole in the front.
Should we tuck it through the under the carpet?
But then you have to take your seat bracket out.
No, you don't. You just have to take that plastic door sill off. Ouch.
I mean, this is your. Not
How's that
card.
gonna?
Matthew, what is this
Remember,
stuff from?
if you're rolling fenders and you don't cap out your paint, you can just go hard.
Always baked, never fried.
We're gonna get like fucking. We're gonna get like sued by Dunn immediately.
You gonna see by who?
Ryan Turk is gonna come and like drift into your house and stuff. First shot of the day.
So the wiring in the trunk is now complete. I'll just see if I can run through it real quick. So this yellow wire is the switch wire. So this is what gets activated when the switch in the front gets activated. And if you trace it, it goes down to the bottle. And here we have ground, which goes to the ground of the bottle to our pressure sensor here. So what happens is once this hits the target pressure, the switch will open and unground the bottle warmer. And then this blue wire here is our switch wire. It goes into the relay and is what activates the relay. And then this red wire is our battery wire. So we need to go to the front and essentially rig it up to the battery with a 30 amp fuse. So I'm just gonna tidy this up with some zip ties real quick, hide it a little better, and then we'll go into the front of the car and do that wiring as well. So day 2 of the Nitrous install. We ran out of light yesterday. I'm joined by U-Churn again.
I got a new car.
And Richard of Illumaesthetic fame.
Yep. What about me?
And then no one cares about you, U-Churn. FSAE Electric isn't a real team.
Hey, I didn't say that.
So Matt last night brought the wire through the firewall, put in the battery, and then he also ran the switch wire right here. So there's a wire for the switch, and then we're gonna tuck this a little more later. But basically, if you look here, the wire goes through the firewall, under the carpet, basically through the paneling, and then out the back of the car. So the wires actually kind of exit right here. The relay I've mounted right here. The pressure switch I've mounted. So what I'm basically going to do is now everything is where it needs to be. So I'm going to connect what needs to be connected to the battery. And I also strapped the bottle warmer on. So yeah, let's get everything hooked up and tested. So the wiring's all completed now. It's connected to the battery. There's a 30 amp fuse right here. Goes to the firewall. So now we're just gonna go ahead and check if it works. So ignition on. This one is for the bottle warmer. So that should be armed. Now we're gonna go to the back and check the voltage of the yellow wire right there. Without even checking the the wire, I can feel that this is actually getting very warm, which is great. So in a sec, I'm going to basically do a time lapse of showing you how this works.